Good evening, everybody. What's up? Welcome back to Saturday night. Welcome back to ROM Hack Races. I hope you all are ready to go. It is good to be back after a little bit of a break. We were out for GDQ, but we are coming back strong tonight. We've got a really cool new level from a really cool new maker. I think you're really going to like this one. It's week 350 around these parts, and the maker is TheSpreee333. The level is Time Dilation. No, that is the name of the level. The level is named Time Dilation. This is a wild concept, and I think you're really going to enjoy watching this. If you are new and you don't know what is up, every week right here on ROM Hack Races, we have a never-before-seen Super Mario World Kaizo level raced by some of the best players on Earth, watched by some of the best viewers on Earth, and we're all going to have a lot of fun. The racers have no idea what they're in for. It's a challenge of improvisation and sight reading, whether or not they can be consistent at parts they've already learned, or whether or not they will one-shot a new section, whether or not they will have the insight to understand what they are needing to do in any given moment. There is a lot to talk about here, so I am Glitch, and I will be bringing you the play-by-play. If you have any questions about what's going on or Kaizo, please feel free to throw them out in chat, or go ahead and visit romhackraces.com. If you want to download this patch for yourselves to try it out, jump onto our Discord server, hang out with the community, get some resources, and just, enjoy the whole Kaizo community together. This race, as well as all the races, are brought to you by some very kind volunteers who have given their time to make sure everything is ship-shape. We've obviously got Spree making the level tonight. We've got the ever-wonderful Fen, Spirits thereof, on the restream tonight, bringing you the stream, pressing the buttons, rotating racers in, making everything look great. We have got, testers, of course. They tested the level throughout the week. Mithrillionaire, Gossip Greg, Java Brew, and Quiet Mason all lent their talents to us this week to make sure this level was ready to go. And watching all of the 9 racers who have signed up tonight, we've got Fen, Echo, Starlord, and BD. They're just kind of watching everybody, making sure who takes the lead, who's going to get in, rotating people on the stream. And hopefully, we're going to get to see everybody's clear. 9 racers, I said, signed up tonight. B2, Bunker Games, Double Doom, Ender of Games, Germdove, Ike SMB, Mangort, Snadge, and X-Gamer 2009. And you're seeing X-Gamer, Mangort, BD, Germdove on the screen to start us off. And you know what, I got kind of ahead of myself because, like I said, the racers don't really know anything about the level, but they do have the difficulty rankings. The testers have played it and given it some difficulty rankings to manage expectations and to let everybody know what they're in for. This week's rankings: an execution, a 6 out of 10, complexity, a 5 out of 10, and the racers also know that there are 30 one-screen rooms. And having seen this level and being familiar with some of the things that Spree has been making, this one's really going to be interesting. There's a lot to talk about here, and this is a very cool and fresh concept. So we'll see how the racers manage to get through that. They're going to have to learn some new stuff on the fly, and that kind of brings in the third mystery X factor of what goes into success in these races, which is insight. Whether or not they can just understand how to work with the gimmick the way it's laid out. Can they think in terms of the gimmick? And that might be really, really helpful. Whether or not they're going to be able to one-shot something, make some progress. One-room sections could lead to either a big breakaway for somebody, or maybe someone gets held up on a room for a little bit, giving other players a chance. Consistency in the rooms that they're in. It's easier to get checkpoints in a shorter section level like this, but can the racers be consistent enough at the first trick in order to get to the next trick? But I think we're maybe going to see some chance for one-shots here for the racers to really break away tonight. And of course, we're here to support everybody. This is the players versus the levels at the end of the day. So if you're here to support your favorite friends, streamers, or make some new friends, if you have their emotes, put them up in chat. And let's all get ready for some big hype, because, it's a lot of fun. I know that sounds so... Yeah, there's a lot of hype going on here today. That's right, Bill. But in 3, 2, 1, video games, it's time to get started. Bunker, Mangort, B2, and Germdove leading off here. And, man, let's get ready for some fun. Time Dilation from Spree tonight. Yeah, this really looks like a very exciting level. So, what have we got? There is a lot to talk about with this, and we're gonna start learning. So, Spree, has a very, very interesting and very creative maker who has sort of busted onto the scene lately with their hack Slow Motion Mario, which is out right now on SMW Central. And in this level, do not attempt to adjust your television screen. This is the game functioning normally. This is a game about slowing Mario's speed down or speeding him up. And you're going to notice that there is a grid of blocks all throughout the level. Those grid blocks are color-coded. Light ones will slow Mario down, and passing in front of darker colored ones will speed Mario up. Additionally, they can be arranged in columns or rows to mess with Mario's horizontal or vertical speed. So we're really going to see a lot of adaptation from these racers. The game is running normally. This is the level playing as intended. And the interesting thing about slow motion is that it's really allowing the racers and players to do some things that might otherwise be very difficult to do at regular speed. There's a chance for a lot more precision and a chance to kind of really make some close moves. And you're seeing that here from all these racers in this Hammer Brother room, being able to really carefully dodge around those hammers as they make their way up into the door. But we're going to have to get into that door in every level, every room rather. And we've seen some really tight action so far here. Mangort in the upper right, getting around these hammers. Germdove down there trying to get in that door as well. And Bunker Games and BD down here navigating this 20... we're counting down. There are 30 rooms, and the numbers in the lower left-hand corner are counting down. So 26. A lower number is farther ahead than a higher number. And yeah, this is a sicko concept. These levels can really... can kind of mess with your brain, but after a while, you really start to get the hang of this. And I think a lot of these racers might come away really understanding the possibilities of slow motion and kind of what that can offer from a precision kind of gameplay standpoint. There's Mangort, see, using that slow motion to get a really tight bop off that Hammer Brother and move on to room 26. And so we got three out of 4 right now. These are the racers in the lead, and if someone is making some progress, we're going to rotate them in. But right now, you're seeing the players who are farthest ahead as we deal with this Chargin' Chuck and some Goombas in this room. And Mangort kind of... now, this is where Insight really going to come into play. Mangort getting up here, but they're blocked. They are blocked by that sort of clear block there in front of the door. And they're going to have to figure out a way to get around that, maybe through that, maybe past that. What do we do? And this is Insight coming into play. The black ones will hurt you. Obviously, black blocks are bad. Plumbers don't want to touch those. They're bad for plumbers, bad for the drain. Looks like BD in the lower left. Oh, sorry, B2. Well, B2, DE81. There's BD and B2. BD making a breakaway, and Mangort up in the upper right-hand corner also figuring out they want to smash that clear block with a Goomba. Bunker Games trying for it, but not quite. But I think they have the right idea. So it's Mangort and BD, upper right, lower left, in room 25 right now. And again, pay attention to the way, it's a little subtle, but it's a really nice kind of vaporwave effect, don't you think? There are the dark blocks and light blocks, and just pay attention to how those are arranged in the level. They will either speed up or slow you down. You can see that pretty pronounced in Germdove's screen. There's a row of columns of dark blocks in the middle, so Mario will be moving at normal speed in front of the dark blocks and slower speed in front of the light ones. This is really interesting stuff. I was really kind of excited to see how racers were going to handle this one, and looks like Mangort, nicely done, getting that shell jump up into the door. Mangort taking the lead right now, room 24, and B2 just behind. Again, if y'all have any questions or you want to learn something while we're going, if there's tech I haven't covered or something you want to ask about, please just feel free to ask. Just want to let you know that, like, you're invited to be a part of that, so enjoy. What have we got here? We got room 25, 24 for Mangort, 25 Ike coming in the lower right-hand side, and Bunker Games in the upper left. So Mangort one room ahead right now, and Bunker, B2, and Ike trying to navigate room 25. So we got a shell. This is a little bit of a puzzle. It's kind of, it's an interesting concept because you've got the slow motion, you've also got kind of a puzzle in each room. And that's why I was talking about insight being really, really critical for these racers tonight, because you see we're all kind of at the same point. And we all, I mean, these really good players that you're watching here. So what do you do? what is the answer here? And it looks like Mangort might have an idea, as B2 breaking away to room 24 as well. Star time infinite, it's letting you know in Bunker's screen. And Ike, let's go. Ike in the lower right-hand corner breaking away. Room 24, tight race right now. Mangort, Ike, and B2. So they know that star time is infinite. And there's Ike in the lower right getting the hang of that. Yeah, so the star coming out of that star-shaped block, which is a nice touch. Star coming out there, and if you have the star, you will destroy the shell that you're trying to shell jump on, so you can't have the star. So players have learned to avoid the star. And this is, you're really seeing some cool stuff here. Double Doom coming in the lower left here, making some moves. And you're really seeing some cool stuff, and I just want to highlight how cool it is that these racers are showing us adaptability. You know, we're yes, it's the Mario World physics engine. Mangort taking the lead. Moving on, some rooms have numbers, this one doesn't. I'm gonna lose count. I promise I'm gonna lose count. But Mangort in the lead right now in the upper left. But really just cool to highlight the adaptability of these players. That this is the Mario World physics engine, but they are having to adapt to new situations and new contexts for how that works. And really a testament to insane player skill. Ugh. We are counting down. Lower number rooms are farther along than higher number rooms. We're counting down from 30. So Double Doom right now. Mangort in the upper right is in the lead, and there's Ike getting into that same room. So we've got these green bouncing Koopas, and we're gonna have to, yeah. Then now they know they want to break the clear blocks. Those are breakable, and they're going to have to break them. There's Double Doom getting in there. Double Doom also in room, what room that is. I'm gonna lose count. B2 as well. Sorry, B2's screen kind of froze for me on my end, but B2 also 22. Thank you, chat. You're very helpful. B2 getting in there. Yeah, sorry, on my stream window, B2's screen. Oh wait, we got a little refresh on that. We could, you know, we might see. Yeah, watch out for it, because we might see a midair or something with the slow motion. Anything is possible, and the low frame windows really help kind of facilitate these really precise moves. I'm gonna try to refresh my viewer for a sec. B2 in the lead right now. I'm watching a window that shows 4 streams, and sorry, B2's was frozen for me for a sec, but it's back now. Don't worry. I can see him. B2 taking the lead here. Yeah, Ike, Mangort, and Double Doom kind of working on 22. And B2 moving on to 21. Thank you for helping me count, chat. That's very kind and helpful of you. I'm sorry, wait, what is this? Ike! Wait, I lost the plot here. Ike. We got some floppy fish on Ike's screen and a couple of bounces to make. It's interesting how some of this stuff might be a little easier at regular speed, but simply by slowing down the game a little bit and speeding it up over the dark blocks can really just kind of mess with your sense of positioning and really force you to have better and more subtle control over the plumber. B2 down there in the lower left. So got to get off one Koopa, and then we're going up, and you can see the door on the lower right-hand side. A lot of this tech in particular in these rooms is not necessarily as complicated, which I think is kind of interesting, because the complicated thing in a lot of cases is how the players are working with the time dilation blocks, and just kind of improvising and making that work on the fly. Also want to shout out, I was asking fun facts and information about this level before we started. This level features Fernap's bullet time ASM to toggle the slow motion on and off. So big shout outs to Fernap for creating some really wild ASM. It's being put to good use here tonight. We got a little bit of a precision section. Ike and B2 moving into the precision section. I want to see the midair. I want to see the midair. Fernap, what's up? Thank you for making this awesome ASM. It's pretty cool to see great coding and ASM being put to use like this, so very good work on that. Nicely done. Whoa, yo, B2 and Ike right now, though, in the lead on the bottom part of your screen. trying to get through this. They got a falling kicking Koopa and a little bit of a precision obstacle. And this is where I think in this room in particular, you're really going to see this precision aspect really shine out. The slow motion really makes it a little easier to do these very precise moves. This jump off the red Koopa. Oh, is B2? Are we going to get to see? Are we looking for a midair on B2's side? They've got the red shell. I wonder what they're thinking. B2 in the lower left-hand corner. Maybe thinking about... What are you thinking about, B2? Are they going to try it? Oh, they tried it. All right, all right. Good try. Good try. And Double Doom in the upper left, also moving on to that same section. What's this, 20? Are we on 20 rooms? Double Doom's filter on their gameplay is just a little bit different. It does have a gradient, but since we're grabbing the streams from each racer, some racers just have a slightly different color filter on their overlays. But yeah, you're going to see that precision really come into play here. Nice. Oh, looks like Ike with the big idea. Ike in the lower right has kind of figured this room out. You'll notice that there is a clear block blocking the door in the upper left-hand corner. And so we're going to, as we've learned previously in the level, we're going to have to smash that somehow. And Ike bouncing off that naked red Koopa, using the shell to clear the way for the block, and then recovering the red shell down at the bottom. And now Ike, yeah, just one jump away. They've just got to figure out how to get up there. So even though these rooms are small, we're definitely seeing some really cool puzzle aspects here. And again, insight. Insight is the mystery factor tonight. You know, consistency helps. One-shots could be awesome for a room and would make some progress. But I think tonight's race is a lot of insight. Just can you understand what is being asked of you before another racer can? And there's Ike going for that shell jump. Those black outlined blocks will be solid for shells. So Ike just needs to make a quick little shell jump up there. Yeah, Ike's got this pattern down now. Off the naked Koopa, shell over to break the 2 blocks. And just gotta watch out. Mangort making some moves in the upper right, trying to catch up a little bit, but these bounces are a lot trickier when the plumber does not control the way that you're used to. Mangort with a nice shot at it. Ike and B2 getting in that door on the exact same attempt, so completely neck and neck right now. And now this might, some one-shots could really help out either B2 or Ike right now, because they are completely tied up. I believe this is room 19. I'm trying to keep track. Oh, 17, excuse me. This is room 17. It's in the upper right-hand corner. I'm like scanning the area looking for where the numbers are. There is a number in each room. I thought they were always going to be in the lower right. They're not, my bad, but they are on the screen. Mangort on room number 21 right now. But the story right now, B2 and Ike down below, trying to figure out this very tricky little spin jump re-grab. As they go up to the top there, they will slow down in front of the light-colored blocks. So this kind of slow precision. It looks like B2 with a chance at it. B2 in the door, going out ahead of Ike. I did not see Ike's death there. Sorry. Trying to watch 4 screens at once. Sometimes that can get a little tricky. Oh, wait, huh? Oh, wait. Wait, B2 not out of the room. I thought they got in the door. What the heck? What the what? Are the nets lava? Yeah, 6. Oh, wait, yeah. Oh, okay, the rooms just look the same. B2 is in the door. This level is tripping me up, man. Tricky stuff. B2 is in the door. B2 is in the lead. Ike 1 room behind. Gotta watch out for the black nets on Ike's and B2's screen. Meanwhile, Double Doom trying a solution for this problem, but the kicking Koopa, the little red Koopa, is not in the right position. I'm telling you, man, this is a cool level. Spree is a maker that has come out recently and just really brought a very unique set of ideas and visions to Kaizo. I think they're a maker to watch out for, because they really have just immediately hit the ground running with slow motion Mario, and really are just kind of paving their own path and really kind of showing us some new things and reinterpreting some ideas in Kaizo in a really interesting way. So it's cool that they get the chance to show their stuff off here tonight. I think they are absolutely a maker to watch out for. And if you like this kind of thing, slow motion Mario on SMW Central might be your jam. Ike looking to get in the door and tie it up with B2. Meanwhile, Double Doom and Mangort still working on the Koopa room number 18. I think I had a little fun fact to read you. Oh, no, yeah, I got some fun facts about rooms, but we haven't got to those rooms yet, so we will learn as we go. And here's B2 trying to make this jump, and that over the fast-moving blocks. B2 in the door and pulling ahead right now. B2 kind of taking a commanding lead right now, 2 rooms ahead of Ike. And again, it's worth repeating, and I just want to keep everybody aware. Darker blocks will speed up Mario, and lighter blocks in the background will slow Mario down. So you notice, for example, on B2's screen in the lower left, there's a row of black blocks in the middle, and there's light blocks on top. Mario will be slow in front of the light blocks and fast in front of the darker ones. And that's subtle, but it's a really, really important feature of this game. This is cool. Okay, B2 hitting the one naked Koopa to get over onto the pipe, and then they are going to want to hit that other one, but it kind of speeds up just a little bit, and that timing is very, very interesting. I think this is neat how normal kinds of things get reinterpreted by simply changing the speed mechanics. That's suddenly something that probably would be sort of chill, easy. The racers have done this kind of thing before. They're familiar with these sorts of things. But by changing the speed mechanic, all of a sudden they need to adapt to new situations. And here's Ike. I think, yep, Ike about to tie it up. They got through that last room. They're through the room before that. They're on to room number 15. Ike SMB tying it up with B2. And now B2's going to have to start cooking here a little bit, because Ike is pretty quick to pick these sorts of things up. But this time dilation. Meanwhile, Double Doom and Mangort still kind of trying to puzzle this Koopa room out. One thing that would maybe help Double Doom and Mangort to note is that they want the red Koopa to be kicked out of the shell in a particular way, and Double Doom there kind of pulling it off. The Koopa will be kicked out or ejected from its shell on the opposite side that you hit it. So if you hit the Koopa in the shell on the right side, it will be kicked out to the left and vice versa. B2, yo, getting in that door, making it through that little naked Koopa hop, and Double Doom with a shot at it. I think they know what they want here. Double Doom, yeah, clearly. Double Doom, ooh, okay, Double Doom trying to hang on here. But B2 and Ike keeping the pace right now. Moving into room number 14, we are counting down from 30. So this one might be a little bit tricky. B2 and Ike just kind of hanging out and looking at this. Double Doom, meanwhile, doing really good work to catch up here. They definitely understand what they want. Mangort up here in the upper right, I think they have an idea, but the trick here is to bop that red Koopa directly on the left side in such a way that the Koopa pops out onto the block, and Mario can leave that situation with the shell. If Mario is holding the shell, the shell will clash with the small Koopa, and you will not have anybody. But B2, man, kind of schmoovin' here. B2 with the key now, as Double Doom getting in that door and moving on to room number 17. So again, look at how the slow motion is kind of helping these precision obstacles work. You can be a lot more subtle and a lot more precise if you don't have to move at full speed. B2 making moves here. Big subtle slow motion regrab across the spinies, and they are still keeping the pressure on Ike, one room behind. Germdove just mid-aired out of 18. Good job. Good job. Love to see it. Not on screen right now, but thank you to the scouts who are watching all the other racers, letting us know who makes great moves. I was hoping we'd see a mid-air. We could all use a slow motion mid-air in our lives, couldn't we? But the story right now, man, B2 just breaking away here. Man, B2 is really understanding the assignment. Using the key, they are here hanging out in room number 13. And these little tiny spin jumps to move the key forward and throw it at the blocks. Ike kind of trying the same thing in their room. But who's going to get through first? Man. Okay, so we got a little fun fact. I asked Spree for some fun facts on this one before we started. For rooms number 13, could this be like sort of a skateboard trick? Is this a key ollie? Perhaps a pop shove it? I see where the pop shove it's coming from because they're spinning around. Does that mean that maybe there'll be a secret tape in this level? Is this a mall? Is this the mall level? Looks like Mangort up there in the upper right. They've got the red Koopa where they want it. Yeah, they understand the assignment here, but can they get out? It seems to me like B2 is really just thriving in this slow motion idea. They really are just taking to this so well. And like, I'm gonna say it a lot, but I just want to keep highlighting that, like, once again, yo, B2 in that door. The slow motion is making a lot of these things way more feasible from an RTA perspective than they would be otherwise. B2, holy moly, B2 running away with this right now. B2 on room number 11. Remember, we are counting down from 30, so higher numbers are better. B2, they are right now gunning for their 7th first place on the podium. Can they get it tonight? These reads are really helping out, but Ike not too far behind. Ike looking like they're going to move out of room 14, trying to close that gap a little bit. Double Doom here too. We could still see some breakaways. It's still anybody's race if Ike especially can grab the key here and make these moves. Time dilation. Yo, man, B2 is just thriving in this. This is really spectacular to just see a racer figure out the gimmick and just absolutely thrive with it. Something that I'm always reminding myself in kind of gimmick levels when I don't understand something or I'm having a trouble with an obstacle is like, well, you have to think with the gimmick. You think in terms of the gimmick. How does this gimmick work? And then that's your assumption. How am I using the gimmick right now? B2 is just absolutely thriving here. Moving right along through that double shell room. B2 on room number 8. We're hitting single digits. B2 is just running away with this. Can they be stopped? Ike trying. Oh, geez. Again, this one's going by kind of quickly. There is a lot to talk about. So, again, please feel free to ask questions if you want to learn a little bit or something is not clear. We'll try to get these answered for you. Room number 8. Did we have a fun fact? Room number 8, yes. Here, from our creator tonight, Spree, for fun facts for room number 8. Shoutouts to Third Wall and their hack that utilized lag, including interactions of sprites with 1F0. Fernap famously produced the optimized 1F0 that mitigates the chance for slowdown before creating the bullet time ASM. This level does not use this 1F0 optimization, so as Chuck dumps boulders onto the 1F0, the game will lag. Kind of fascinating. Lots of little tricks under the hood here. But for this, we're looking at BD's B2, BD. BD, they're two different people. B2 and BD. Looking at B2's screen here, and yeah, as they just demonstrated, you do not want to be holding the grab block when colliding with the stationary rocks down below. So we're going to have to do some quick up tosses so that every time Mario contacts a rock, he is not holding the block. They want to bring the block to the end, so we've got to toss and re-catch that block. And again, the slowdown here is really helping that out. At full speed, this would be a lot more difficult. This would be really very fast input density. And sometimes that can really, we're talking difficulty in a game, especially, in a Kaizo, specifically the density of inputs per time can be a huge factor. That small, relatively, these obstacles aren't mundane, but relatively mundane obstacles, if you make them do a lot of inputs very quickly and have those inputs be forced to be really precise, that can be really, really challenging. So by slowing down the game, you're spacing out the time between inputs, you're giving the player a little bit more time to adjust their hands, figure out the angle, and make subtle adjustments that would otherwise be very challenging to do at full speed. So I just like how a gimmick can really open up a lot of possibilities, and we're seeing that here with the slow motion. Now this could be, oh man, yeah, Ike. Don't keep Ike down. Ike catching up here. B2 kind of having some trouble on this rock room, and that has given Ike a chance to get through some of those more chill rooms. Double shell jump and a couple of little precision bounces, and Ike now catching up. Germ Dove in the upper right hand corner and Double Doom in the upper left, not too far behind, rooms 15 and 16 respectively to Ike and BD's room number 8. If you could do one trick at 2 frames per second, what would that trick be? Maybe I would think of some kind of fancy shell or object juggle, or maybe something to do with Yoshi. You know what would be cool? You can, and trust me, I've tried. It is possible. I've tried to put it in levels at regular speed, but you can do the Yoshi is bouncing on a shell. Like, you do a Yoshi shell jump, but then the shell you're bouncing on, you stick your tongue out and re-eat the shell. So you do that like 1 frame Yoshi re-eat. That would be kind of cool on a slowdown. Maybe some kind of quantums, yeah. Quantums would certainly be a little bit easier at a slower frame rate. But even then, quantums are like pixel perfect, frame perfect. So if you didn't set yourself up right ahead of time, maybe the Yoshi shell eat would be a pretty cool one to do, because you could really like find that exact frame to time the tongue input and get like really consistent at those. I think the Yoshi re-eat, I don't know what you'd call that trick, but in the Yoshi can eat the poofing animation of a shell that he's bouncing on, and then you'll just magically have a shell in your mouth. It's kind of like Yoshi re-eating a P-switch to spit out a new P-switch, only it's like a frame perfect trick with a shell. Look out, yo, B2 DE81. Now they have made it to the edge. They made it back with the grab block, and I think they're just kind of taking their time and thinking about it, using the grab block to break open the clear breakable block up there. Yeah, they know they don't need it anymore. And now it looks like a rock surf, so B2, this could be, oh, yikes. Could be huge progress. Meanwhile, Germ Dove working on 14, trying to get through this key spin obstacle. They're going to need to use the key to break those clear blocks. And Double Doom trying to find the timing for that second falling green Koopa. Yeah, it's fun, you know. We talk a lot about the where the line between RTA viability and TAS really is. And as players get better and better, that line does get blurred, even though TAS can absolutely do things that humans just physically can't. You can't press a button every other frame for 180 frames or something. It just can't be done. But by using this, by slowing things down a little bit, it's pretty remarkable how you can raise the skill ceiling just enough that some things that would be really challenging at full speed, at half speed, not so bad. Double Doom, speaking of not so bad, getting into that door, trying to put some pressure on Germ Dove here. I like how both, it's the first place is B2 and Ike right now. Second place, Double Doom and Germ Dove locked on the same section, trying to just work this through. And yo, thank you so much, Osu, for the 77 months. I really appreciate that. All your subs and bits go right back into the ROM Hack Races community so we can keep bringing you these fine races and resources. So thank you so much for supporting that. B2 versus Ike. Double Doom versus Germ Dove. Keep in mind, too, we do have other racers who are not on the screen right now. And the scouts are watching, so if anybody's making some moves or taking a lead, we will find out. Double Doom trying this section out with regular jumps. We saw spins from B2 and Ike, and that spins might work in their favor a little bit because spin jumps are naturally lower. that can be a good rule of thumb sometimes in Mario World, where spin jumps are naturally lower. So if you want a lower jump, even if you're not required to land on something with a spin, for example, a rock, a piranha plant, some things force you to spin because you have to land in a spin. But in some cases where you're not forced into doing it, you just want a lower jump anyway, so try a spin. It's just a little bit easier to get slightly under ceilings. And so that may, we ever seen Double Doom try regular jumps to toss that key. But it may be that a spin is a little bit more handy. Oh man, B2. So this is, okay, this room is kind of, yeah, this is a tricky one. Room number 8. A very tricky room. Ike and B2 just kind of locked in a staring contest right now with this Chuck in this room. Both of them, though, really getting that pattern. Yeah, you notice that B2 has definitely like a formula here. They were hesitating before, and now B2 is really just trying to rush this out. And Ike, meanwhile, is kind of using a little hesitation strat on the second rock. And we'll see which one of those plays out. Because in B2's case, they get to cycle attempts a little bit more quickly. And in Ike's case, they bobble around a little bit more. What's it going to be? Is it going to be speed or stability that is going to make the difference to get out of this room first? Also, B2 has been past the gray platform in this room, but Ike has not. So if Ike could get there, maybe on this attempt, Ike looking good right now in the lower right. Okay, now this is Ike's chance here. B2 still needs to catch up, and Ike just going for it. Oh, I was afraid of that. The double sprite. Oh, double sprited. Surely Ike knew about that. That's a thing if you are, if Mario is interacting with two sprites that are overlapping each other, he will interact with one sprite, but get killed by the other sprite. Common Mario World thing. All the players know to avoid that. Just an unfortunate obstacle there. I think Ike was probably trying to both avoid the low ceiling and re-grab a little bit in order to have those rocks kind of separate. Unfortunate, though. B2 and Ike basically tied for progress right now. But, yo, look out. Oh, yo, it's looking at Double Doom up there. Double Doom making it through the clear block wall and making it through that spiny section. I think when B2 got through that wall, they one-shotted it. Ike, though, look out. Captain Consistency over here. Yep. Oh, geez, Ike. Man, I thought they were going to avoid it that time. You saw Ike landing on the right side of those rocks, trying to avoid the double sprite. So, really good presence of mind, which is also something that's really cool that slow motion facilitates that. That normally, in a movement like that, you're kind of going more on hand-eye coordination and muscle memory to try to get Mario to do what you want. But in here, it's like you can see the death happening in slow motion. You no! And so you have a little bit more time to have increased presence of mind and notice that, oh no, I'm about to get double sprited. I better try to avoid that. It's kind of funny to me that for all of our patches and all of our quality of life things, double sprite kill just still exists, and it feels like everyone is just okay with that. Like, everyone's just accepted that that's a Mario World thing, and we all just have to live with it. Germ Dove, look out! Germ Dove in the upper right, I saw that. Getting through that spiny section, out of the room. Germ Dove moving on. And these next couple rooms after this one might get a little bit easier, so we'll see. Oh, Ike, man. That Chuck just does not want to let these racers through here. Meanwhile, B2 also building up that consistency. They were struggling on the final rock on the way back, and it looks like they kind of solved that problem with good block toss momentum. B2, oh, yo, expertly avoiding that double sprite on the rock. B2 trying for the sequence for the lead. B2 getting out of there first. Yo, man. Dynamic, dude. Dynamic race tonight. B2 moving on. What is this? Room number 7. That's my number. That's room GC7. It's the 7 room. And B2 here wasting no time to just try to figure this out. Yeah, B2. So these purple blocks, you can stand on them. B2. Oh, okay, all right. Now that is a small Mario door at the top of that. At the beginning, we are given a super mushroom. So, in order to go in that door, we are going to have to figure out how to become small plumber, as well as land on that winged question block. Yo, and there it is. B2 moving on, man, putting the pressure. B2 is just running away with this tonight. I love to see this. B2, man, we're counting down. We're getting close. Final 6 rooms. Ike hanging out on room number 8. And Germ Dove and Double Doom not too far behind. Still anybody's game, but we're going to have to see some pressure from the top of the screen here. Because these rooms are, yeah, B2 sees this. You can just tell. Yeah, they see exactly what they want here. B2 sees the path. They know exactly what they want to do. Door in the upper right-hand corner and some slow motion precision. Watch for those spin jumps like I was talking about on B2's end. The spin jumps to have a naturally lower jump. I think you're going to see that come into play a little bit. Yep, B2 spinning onto that other winged platform. And here goes Ike in the lower right. No! The double sprite. Man, double sprites are just taking us down tonight. Double Doom, meanwhile, they want this. Oh! Oof. Black Death Block to the foot. Double Doom, man, I'm rooting for Double Doom here. They've gotten one bounce away from this. Meanwhile, B2, and keep in mind, again, these speed ups and slowdown blocks are arranged in columns in this room. Mario's horizontal speed will be affected a little bit. And so watch for the, B2 about to move through some faster blocks, and that sudden speed up might kind of throw them off a little bit. In the middle, right after, between the 2 gray platforms up at the top, you'll see there's a column of darker blocks, so that speed up is kind of tricky. Germ Dove here, look out, man. Germ Dove making some progress. We could see Germ Dove catching up with Ike before too long. Germ Dove on room number 11 right now, and these are just a couple of nice little precision moves. Shoutouts to precision hacks. I'm a big fan. I know that's not quite for everybody. It's a particular flavor, to be sure, but me, big fan. Really like precision hacks. Precision jumping, moving. I love the extreme test of fundamentals. How well can you just move the plumber? B2, oh, that one tile. I really like this room, number 6, that B2 is on. Really like this. This is just a very cool precision room, which would be honestly pretty chill. But the time dilation really forcing these racers to adapt to something new. And we like to see that here on ROM Hack Races. Players showing their skill through adaptation. It's one thing to be able to do what you already know you can do, but can you do what you cannot do? Ponder these mysteries, Grasshopper. Oh, Germ Dove trying for it. Double Doom. Yeah, playing it cautious, but still trying to get out of that spiky room. Oh, Germ Dove, nice try, nice try. You know, one kind of helpful thing for these falling sprites, and I don't know if the racers are doing it themselves, but it's something I would be considering. Because the background is a whole grid of blocks, you really have good visual cues for just about everything, right? You know that, like, I want to aim for the green Koopa when it is exactly here, you know, and you have like a very good grid space. Yo, B2, oh, Germdove, oh, B2, oh, me, oh my. That's something I think that, I mean, I was maybe speaking for myself, but I think other players kind of work like this. B2, not to be denied at that door again. B2, man, they are rushing room number 5. Count it down with us, chat. 5. And then when they get to 4, we'll do 4, 3, 2. You know the drill. You know how to count backwards from 5, right? But this grid space always exists. When you're playing SMW, when you're playing games, easy for B2, key drop into the door. This grid space always exists. Everything is made of blocks like this. And if you can start wrapping your head around the invisible grid space that always exists, you can start to really line up your positions and help yourself get that much more precise with your movements. 3, B2 just running away with this tonight. B2, man, they are... Jeez, let's get some stats here. B2, 6 first places, 194 completed ROM hack races for B2, and they would be looking for their 7th first place. They've got 15 seconds and 22 thirds. So a massive, massive resume. And now we got to deal with some falling, kicking Koopas. Yeah, physics are messing with everybody tonight, but I think that's the charm of this level. I think there's really something to be said for the charm. I don't know. I was looking for a better way to say it. Yeah, this is kind of third wall coded, isn't it? But just got to get up these Koopas and up into the door. B2 with a massive lead right now. Oh, the third Koopa got him. Yo, Bunker Games 82 coming in here in the upper left. Could be a challenger. Germdove though. Oh yeah. I saw that. Germdove now moving on to challenge Ike on room number 8. And Bunker also moving on room number 8. So, man, not too far behind. B2 with 3 to go, but this top Koopa just keeps denying. Koopa dash 3. In there. It only takes 1. B2. Oh no. Oh no. 2. Oh no. Oh dear. Well then. I mean, I think the task is obvious here. But, you know, I mean, it's easy. Forehead, get up to the door. There's the door up there. You gotta get up there. These things are falling repeatedly, continually in the same pattern. And, yeah, okay, B2 starting out with the idea of just killing some of these Koopas. Yes, and that will allow them, yeah, now they've got those 2 rocks isolated. And it looks like they're trying to get off those 2 rocks and maybe kill that amazing flying hammer brother. At least the hammers aren't that much of a threat where they're standing. I actually kind of like that design. Yeah, looks like, yeah, B2 trying to figure out a way to kill that hammer brother, I think. I think that if I were B2, that's what I'd be thinking about right now. Yo, any smilers for this room? This is a room of big smiles. Crazy weather we've been having this week, huh? There are no cats and dogs in the Mario universe, so why can't it be raining rocks and Koopas? Hey, Luigi, it's raining rocks and Koopas out there. Whoa! Hi, Ike. Where'd you go? What? Did Ike? Yeah, what? What's it? Huh? Wait, where'd you go there, buddy? You alright there? Oh, yo, Hammer Brother down on B2's side. Nobody touches my tools. But a couple of easier rooms coming up on Ike's side. They caught up once before. Right now, it's kind of it's B2's. Whether they can just get this insight, get consistent on this room, or is Ike gonna hit us with some very classic one-shots? This is it. This is Ike's chance. Ooh, using those iframes there, Ike. Using those iframes from the previous room. This could be huge for Ike right now. If they can get through this room a little quicker, they're gonna have a chance to catch up. It is B2 working with the rocks, and Ike just trying to make as much progress as they can, as fast as they can. Zopdash is referencing a joke that we talked about on my stream, but the 90s Mario Brothers movie with John Leguizamo and Dennis Hopper and Bob Hoskins as Mario, they produced a line of toys for that movie, and one of these toys was a talking Mario doll. This is real, you can look it up, but I warn you, it is cursed. Like, it is a cursed object. But there's a pull string talking Mario doll and a Luigi doll from the movie, like Woody from Toy Story. And when you pull the string in his back, you can hear some of Mario's iconic catchphrases, such as, "Nobody touches my tools." This is real. I'm not making this up. This is absolutely a real cursed object that exists in this earth. Bunker and Germdove battling it out on the rocks, and B2 versus Ike. B2's the story right now, but Ike looking for their 12th first place out of 77 completed ROM hack races. And I don't necessarily want to put too much emphasis on first place or whatever. Just, you know, we're making the race exciting, but, you know, let's make sure to cheer on all our friends and celebrate their achievements. X Gamer and Double Doom working on room number 8, so we've got some close competition for the entire podium. Everybody is doing really well with this. I am very impressed with both the level design and the skill of the players in adapting to the task at hand. Germdove's chance on the rocks. Don't get double sprited. Lucky. Did I mention that there's usually can be a 50-50 chance? Mario interacts with sprites every other frame. So even if you bounce on 2 sprites overlapping, it's not a guarantee that you will die. You're kind of doing a coin flip there. But skillfully avoiding that is definitely a tool that they want to have in their toolbox. But yeah, look up the talking Mario doll on YouTube. There's videos where they pull the string and you get to hear Mario talk. Oh man, it is. Ugh. I believe one of his other iconic catchphrases is, "Women love a Mario." Like, do they, man? Do they? He says, Mario. Like, it's a me, Mario? Mario just says, it's a me, because he knows that he's part of a large continuum of other Marios, you know? He's aware of his multiple lives. Ike! Okay, here we go. Ike making some moves here. Yeah, Ike knows these key jumps. Oh, Ike, snazzy there, buddy. Ike showing us the skills. Ike with the nice little key jump. Ike saw what needed to be done there. They saw the 1F0. He just chose not to do that. Talking Mario doll is not real. It cannot hurt you. Talking Mario doll. Come on, Luigi, let's go save Daisy. Yo, counting it down with us. Let's go, man. Room number 3. I'm looking for the number. Yeah, 3. Ike on number 3. B2 on number 2. Close race. Ike is really just... Ike gets knocked down, but they get up again. Look at this. Ike SMB with the comeback. And we are tied up again, man. The story of the night has been Ike and B2 toe-to-toe on the same room. Two twos. I'm seeing double. 4 twos. Ike versus B2 on room number 2. Those two. Oh, those two. So Ike also using the strat, clearing out the Koopas. It's interesting to me that no one is thinking that they might actually bounce on the Koopas. That they're just, it's just raw. Just clear out the Koopas and go for the rocks in particular. But man, this is coming down to the wire. To the wire. Who's it gonna be? Meanwhile, Bunker and Germdove up top. This rock room, a couple of these rooms have been particular tricky spots for a lot of these racers. Trying to get through this rock room. Again, if you got questions, please feel free to ask. Just, you know, just reminder for y'all. I hope you're having a nice night, by the way. A great start to your weekend, a comfy Saturday, and we are really, really grateful that you want to hang out here with us on ROM Hack Races for some excellent ROM Hack action. If these racers are impressing you, I would highly recommend going and following their streams. There are some great players in our community, and they're showing off their skills here for us tonight. So drop a follow, drop a sub if you want. Got that Twitch Prime, or feeling generous. They're very cool, very friendly folks, and I'm sure they would love to see some folks coming in and being like, "Hey, I saw you on ROM Hack Races. You did great." That's very uplifting, and it makes everybody feel good. Jumping onto a falling thing is very quintessentially Mario. Oh my gosh. Oh, Ike. Ike. Yeah, look at this, Ike. Now this is interesting because Ike is prioritizing a strat that does not take as much time. And I really feel like that's a really good play sometimes. Oh man, because speed creates known constants a little bit easier. Ike getting so close here. The option to key jump through the faster section was designed with Ike in mind. Collusion! Ike almost getting it, man. We're coming down to the wire. Bunker, Germdove, B2, Ike on screen right now. And my apologies, but I keep getting stuck. I'm watching this on a 4-stream viewer. I'm getting stuck in an ad break on B2's side, so I'm gonna quickly, sneakily, go and watch B2. Alright, I can see everybody now. We're good. No worries. Bunker Games looking to get out of room number 7. But yeah, Ike versus B2. And yeah, Ike is prioritizing a faster strat. Wait, 1? We got a 1? Oh, I'm lagging behind a little bit. I think my viewer's lagging behind. Gonna do a quick refresh here to make sure. We're down to 1. Who's it gonna be? Ike. But yeah, by prioritizing that faster strat, you get more attempts per time. And that can be really, really valuable, especially in a race. The more time you spend fumbling around, fumbling around trying to duck and dodge and wait for the right moment and kill something first and then go, you're spending more time per attempt every single time. And sometimes the play is to prioritize faster strats. And I think that made the difference for Ike here. They found a fast pattern. And they just committed to trying that fast pattern. Looks like B2 trying to catch up. We could still see it. Ike working on room number 1 here with this falling chuck. 2 rocks. And meanwhile, it is B2 right behind. Bunker and X-Gamer in the upper right here. Not too far behind. But got a little bit of a ways to go to catch up. So can Ike solve this room quickly? Can B2 get out of room number 2? Yeah, looks like B2 is also... They have moved over to just trying a faster strat, which I think is a good MO. I learned this lesson all the way back playing Kaizo 3 in the dolphin level, and I would spend so much time fumbling around and waiting for the right dolphin and moving and grooving, and finally I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna go as fast as I can, turns out that's pretty handy. Die quicker, but proceed quicker. Oh my gosh, oh, Oh, Ike looking for it. They've got the door open. They've got the door. The Chuck is just like, yay! Oh, Ike. Clever, man. Going for the double bounce on the Chuck. Jeez, that's a clever idea. That almost worked. I think that would work. X-Gamer and Bunker Games side by side here. Man, B2 fighting really hard to stay in this. I mean, still, gunning for second place is nothing to sneeze at. Jeez, yeah, Ike. Looking for, yeah, they're going to do the Chuck. They're going to double bounce it. Ooh, man. That's a tight maneuver. And they're in front of the fast-moving blocks as well when they do that. So they're doing that at full speed. Man, oh, jeez. B2 trying to find that quick pattern. Yeah, B2's really putting the power on now. They're trying to get one bounce. Yep, they're trying to find this quick pattern. They've got the Amazing Flying Hammer Brother gone. Yes, time will move slow when you're in front of light-colored squares, and time will move quickly when you are in front of dark-colored squares. That's the overarching gimmick here, and they're kind of arranged in rows and columns to accentuate the movement of the areas and make them a little more interesting. I think B2 is still a little bit concerned about the Hammer Brother, whereas Ike opted to just kind of ignore it. I think I mean, I'm not really sure what they're thinking, but yeah, B2. I think they're a little concerned about that Hammer Brother, and maybe, you know, what Ike did and just kind of jump up there and just avoid the hammers altogether. We'll see how that plays out. Ike, yeah, Ike now, they have abandoned the double Chuck bounce strat. Oh, yo, there it is. Ike off the Amazing Flying Hammer Brother platform, and Ike SMB for the win. Catching up and pulling ahead at the last moment. Ike, nicely done. Man, dang, good play. Good play. Ike SMB wrapping up their 12th. First place win, 78 completed ROM hack races. A very stellar profile from one of the top players out there. Nicely done. Catching up, man. Dude, just really, Ike really just like, they were down, they caught back up again so hard. But let's keep it going, let's keep this energy up. Rooting for all these racers here. Germdove coming in the lower right. B2 still clutching it out in the lower left. Bunker and X-Gamer up on top. Low numbers all around. Remember, we got to round out this podium, so we got more ROM hack races coming at you. Give it up for Ike, though. That they're coming from behind. They were down a little bit, and they kept getting back up. Hey, you know, I see a lot of folks saying this level rules, and, you know, I completely agree, which is why you should probably go over to romhackraces.com and download this patch and try it out for yourself if you want to play something this weekend that doesn't involve a large monkey and a girl smashing through rocks. Although I understand, it's a fun game. But if you need a break from the bonanzas, why don't you give a ROM hack race level a try? Or if you're on our Discord server, /getlevel in any of our channels, we'll bring up a cool prompt that Kelgand made for us that'll let you get the patch right there on Discord. Let's give it up too for Spree. Yeah, hey Spree, hanging out in chat. Very, very cool showing from a brand new maker, and I really think someone to watch here. I have had the pleasure of getting to see Spree kind of come onto the scene and start messing with ideas, and that's always really exciting to see a new maker come out and just show us something new and bring a new kind of vision to things that really shows us new possibilities. So definitely check out more of Spree's levels. Slow Motion Mario is on SMW Central right now. Very kind of similar to this. Small rooms with slow motion, toggleable slow motion, and some really interesting setups that are allowed specifically because they're slow motion. Very, very fun stuff. But yeah, Spree, I'm like, I don't mean this in a patronizing way, but like, I'm proud of you. I've seen Spree put in a lot of work and just work really hard on their craft and learning, really just dive into the weeds and get excited about Kaizo and about making levels. Also, you know, Spree, a very talented artist. You might have seen some of Spree's artwork that they've made for some other races in the RomHack Races channel. I always really like when they make those, just a little like drawing or a little piece of art related to the level that week. They're very cool. Spree's an artist, man. Someone to watch out for. Keep an eye out for their work. I think we're really gonna see great things. Yeah, would be great regrab practice. There's a lot. Slow motion play really opens up a lot of possibilities, and I'm stoked that everyone is like catching up on that and like can see that too. Yeah, it would be great regrab or shell jump practice. I mean that's something I recommend. And I'm thinking about playing. You know, I've been working on Combat Zone from Eden, Jigoku 3 from Noiso. Some of those movements get so challenging and so technical, and something that really has helped me out for a long time, take it into the emulator and try it in slow motion. Just like playing a musical instrument, right? You know, I'm a guitar player, so play it slowly first, and then gradually build up the speed. It's a great way to learn your timings. When you want to press the button, say you want to bounce off an enemy, where do you put that regrab? Where do you throw the shell for a shell jump? Fast speed can be tough, so break it down, put it in an emulator, play slow motion Mario, and like work on it slowly. It's a wonderful training tool. Aw, it was Spree. I hid pixel art in the margins of the levels, so if you have Lunar Magic, check it out. Aw, that's wonderful. Little extra touch for this one. We're seeing a battle, man. We're seeing a battle here, going for second place on the podium though. Bunker Games, X Gamer, and B2. Oh man, it is just raining. You know what's really funny actually? It's really synced up. Look at like Bunker Games and B2 on the left side of your screen. Doesn't it look like the Koopas are falling from Bunker Games screen into BD's screen? Doesn't it? They're perfectly synced up. At least on my end. It looked like the Koopas just fall right off the bottom of Bunker Games and then fall right out the top of B2's. That's awesome, actually. I love that visual effect. Like, this could be like a really good screensaver, you know? Yeah, it's like one of those comics where the panels interact with each other. Oh my gosh, could you imagine a RomHack race level where like the racers, like it was like they were interacting with each other? Like, all right, you all have to like hook up your emulators together because the race is like collaborative somehow. Oh man, you know, don't be a tease, Echo. I want Mario World 35 more than anything on Earth. I miss Mario 99 or SMB 35. I don't play Pac-Man 99 as much as I used to, but I love Pac-Man 99. And man, if they made Mario World 35, my life would be complete. I'd go out and buy a Switch 2 right now. Right this instant. If they're like, Mario 35, download it now. I'll be like, I'll be right back. I'm going to the store to spend $700 to get a Switch 2 to play a Battle Royale Mario game. I would die for a chance to play a Battle Royale Mario World against other players with real Mario World physics. My dearest wish, I don't mean this in a combative way, but my dearest wish is to fight you toe-to-toe with our knowledge of Mario World physics. Whose Mario World physics can out-physics the other player? Who can throw shells and jump more accurately in a battle situation? I live for that. I would love that. Please, Nintendo. I know you're not listening, but please, 1v1 me in Mario World. I want that so much. I want that so much. So much. Oh, BD to B2. Oh, yo, The Rock. This is a tricky section, man. This is very tricky. I like that it's coming down to this, though. I like these tight races. We are looking for second on the podium right now. You really, you know, you're really seeing the power of Ike's fast strat here. Oh, Germ Dove, nicely done. Germ Dove getting in to the final destination. Only the Hammer Brother has items. Slappers only. But really, I hope this is maybe a lesson, like, fast strats. If there's a lot going on, there's a lot of variables and a lot of chaos, just go really fast and try to do that every time, because it'll show you what problems you need to solve. It'll isolate the variables better. The more you're ducking and dodging and jumping around and waiting for the right moment, and maybe now, maybe no, oh, back out, go for it. Going for it is consistent. And I really believe that helps. And now we've got all the Koopas raining into each other's screens. It's so synced up. I love how synced up this is. I am loving this effect of the Koopas falling all the way down through each racer screen. It's like they're connected. You know, we are all connected through Kaizo, my friends. The Koopas and Brocks rain on all of us equally. I believe that's an old Mushroom Kingdom proverb. Oh, man, great stuff tonight. Great stuff. Are you all having fun? Let's hear it. Let's hear it for these racers, man. They're really putting it out there. Well, you know, if I may do a little plug for you, you know, Mario World is pretty fun, and B2 is pretty great. And you know what goes great with Mario and the number 2? That's right, Mario Brothers 2. Have you ever wanted to make a Mario 2 level, but thought, there's not a level design contest, and there's nothing at stake, so I don't want to make a Mario 2 level unless there would be a cool level design contest that I could participate in? Well, you're in luck, because SMW Central has announced Mario 2 level design contest, the very first of its kind. Make a Mario 2 level. It's an LDC just like KLDC or VLDC or any other LDC that we have on SMW Central. It's going on right now. You can check out SMW Central or the SMW Central Discord for more information and that janky bass ROM that I made. And get started very soon, because you've only got like 17 or 18 days to make an SMB2 level. And as a judge for the SMB2 level design contest, and as a longtime SMB2 lover and enjoyer, I really hope to see a lot of cool stuff, and I hope that this contest can spark some inspiration and some new designs and developments in Mario 2. I would love to get more people interested and show the excellent possibilities that are available in the engine of NES Mario 2. There's so much fun stuff you can do, and it is just a beautiful, beautiful game for hacking. Once you get over the janky bass ROM I made, I know, I'm sorry. But Red Feathers saved us, and there are patches. If you need help, please reach out on Discord, and or just reach out on the SMB2 hacking Discord. But I gotta plug SMB2 LDC, because I really want a lot of entries. I wanna play Mario 2 levels from everybody. So please make one. It's not like Mario World. It's a chance. It's a new chance, new opportunity to discover tech and share ideas, and oh man, you're gonna love it. That's SMB2 LDC. Now, back to the race. Thanks, GlitchCat. So we're here at ROM Hack Races Central with Bunker Games, X-Gamer, B2, and GermDove, working on room number SMB2 LDC. Looking for second place on the podium tonight. The toughest room there is. I think this is the toughest room. Also, I gotta give shoutouts for this music track. This is a nice little bop. This level has such a nice little vaporwave aesthetic. I'm just enjoying, you know? I feel like I'm in a mall, maybe, like at a food court, watching a fountain. Throwing a quarter in. Not a quarter. I need those for the arcade. Maybe a dime. Just a nice little bopping aesthetic here. B2 looking pretty sharp right now. Gotta be careful. They want to, yeah, they're gonna get that other Koopa out of there. B2 looking pretty sharp, but they're being careful. Ooh, man, the black block in the middle. Bunker Games, nice too. Yeah, the interesting thing about this is that you want to get up, and you could bounce on the Koopas, you could bounce on the rocks, but they're different. You can't spin jump on the Koopas, you can't regular jump on the rocks. So you have to be really careful how you plan your route up here, and kind of take that into consideration. This song was ported from a 90s DOS puzzle game with columns. Was it the game Columns? Germ Dove. They got the Koopas cleared out. Oh, Germ Dove. Ah. Germ Dove really seems to be doing well with these slow motion regrabs. A Columns clone called Ixit. Cool. We have not gotten any more podiums yet. We are looking for second place on the podium from this very determined crew. Bunker, X Gamer, B2, and Germ Dove, all with pretty much the same amount of knowledge, and just gotta clutch this one out. It's going to come down to raw skill at the end. Oh, B2. Alright, they're alive. Watching out for that death block right in the middle. I know B2 has taken a lot of bruises from that one. That gray Hammer Brother platform kind of can help or might be an obstacle as it gets in your way and you bonk your head into it. X Gamer also got all the Koopas cleared out. Everyone going for the Koopa clear strategy. Now it's just a matter of getting up there. It's interesting too that the the rocks are falling at kind of a faster speed than Mario is moving sometimes. Or no, I'm sorry, the rocks are toggled by whether or not, yeah, if Mario is standing in front of the black blocks, the rocks will also lag and fall more slowly. So X Gamer right now standing on the left, and the rocks are moving quickly, and then they move in front of the light blocks, and the rocks will begin moving slowly. The whole time dilates. Not just Mario's perception of time. Such a, man, it's really, honestly, just such a unique concept. You know, time changes based on where you're standing on the screen. No way that the full creative potential of the Kaizo community is tapped out yet in any way. B2, such a tight jump. Yeah, that is, you know, and that's, I think that comes down to individual style in some cases. I mean, the racers are going for what they feel comfortable with and what they think is gonna make the most progress, but that really is a testament to that sort of blitz style that just, you know, you're not, like I said, you're not jumping and ducking and dodging around. You're not waiting for the right moment. Just go and cycle those attempts. It's way easier, you know, if you're just trying to go fast, it's easier to isolate variables. When you're going fast, oh, you think like, oh, I'm going fast and I always bonk into this thing at this position. Okay, so next time I'm gonna be slightly to the one side or the other. And you find those points of adjustment much more quickly, I think. That would be interesting to have a non-time dilated version of this level. I think it would be substantially harder in an already pretty challenging section. Bunker Games with a nice run there. So, how's everybody feeling? Hope you're having a nice time watching ROM hack races. Y'all do, I don't know, what's on your mind tonight? We're chilling, cheering these racers on. How you doing? Any fun weekend plans? What are you playing? What are you watching? How's your day? Oh man, Reverie. That's a hack. That's more than a hack. It's a whole way of life. Reverie's a hack for people that want to learn another language, but not a real one. Oh, Germdove, they had it. Germdove sees the path. Oh yeah, Germdove absolutely sees the path. That's a lot of games, Echo. Maybe you should slim it down to just 2. No, I'm just kidding. Play what makes you happy. Joke's on all the Subcon 2 playtesters, because I'm literally redesigning a section right now. I mean, not right now, but today. Imagine playing games at all instead of spending your entire day trying to figure out how to make a jump in Mario 2 a little bit better. Imagine actually playing anything other than the ROM hack you've been laboring on for 7 years. Must be nice. You know, I really like how this final room comes down to just a challenge of execution. It's not necessarily that the players haven't figured out what they want to do here. They definitely have. But it's just make it work in the physicality of the game. B2 with a really good shot at it. If I were B2, I would try that path that they're trying. From the left side and just kind of work upward. Wait for the opening from the gray Hammer Brother platform. Oh, look at this. Hold up. X Gamer. Busted through, man. Jeez, I look up at the top of the screen and I see a new area. X Gamer on room number 1 running away with this here. Let's go. Man, X Gamer coming on strong. A player to watch out for, man. They have only played 18 ROM hack races, and in that time, they've already got a first and a third. Looking for their second place tonight. And night of 2s tonight, for real. Jeez, alright. X Gamer on the final room. I feel like they see what they want to do here. Yeah, that's what the stat sheet tells me. X Gamer with 18 completed races and already a first and a second. They have sneaky power. Oh, Germdove was so close. So close. Yeah, I don't know. X Gamer routinely kind of comes out and really just shows a lot of power. Their pause strat. X Gamer is always pausing to take a look at things, and I think that's really like helping them. It's something not a lot of other players do, but X Gamer really thrives with that strat, and I think it's really helped them gain a little bit of a competitive advantage. close race with good friends. All the low end, thank you so much for the raid. Hello. Welcome. Welcome to our race in progress. The level is time dilation. It's a little slow, it's a little fast, depending on where you're standing on the screen. We are joining these racers on the final 2 rooms. X Gamer in the upper right on the last room. Room number 1. Can I get a 1 in chat? B2, man, working through this. I'm rooting for B2. They've been here the longest, and they're really putting in this determination. And yo, while we're hanging out here, say just to give a couple of shout outs again, Spree, our maker tonight, Fen on the restream, Mithrillionaire, Gossip Greg, Java Brew, Quiet Mason, who tested this level this week, and Fen, Echo, Starlord, and BD, scouting all of the racers and letting us know who to rotate in. RomHack Races is made possible by the hard, wonderful work of kind and determined volunteers. We are really, really grateful for that. So X Gamer right now currently in the lead. Upper right hand corner, they want to use the grab block to smash through the clear block blocking the door on the upper right hand corner, and then make their way up to the top and just go in that door. Two different racers off stream on room number 2 also. Who do we have on room number 2? Let's shout them out. Big determination from everybody tonight. I'd love to see this. This is endearing. Double Doom and Mangort, nice. Yo, working hard. I think people like this level. I think they really like this one. They're working really hard on this. Love it. Yeah, you get that, like, you know, with some of these one screen areas, that there's a couple of rooms that just tend to stick out a little bit. But that's kind of the nature of these. Some are chill, some are not. And it's making for a pretty interesting finale here, and a very dynamic race. Rooting for you, B2. It's cool, you know, to hang out and look at racers deal with a section like this over time, and to see the strats evolve. You're seeing them kind of think physically, and I think that's cool. And I think too that think is cool. 222. What's that Mitch Hedberg joke? I wish I had a phone number that was easy to remember, like 22222. People would say, Mitch, how do I get a hold of you? Just press 2 for a while, and when I answer, you will know you have pressed 2 enough. Look out! Double Doom coming in here in the upper left. Yeah. You know, I mentioned this on stream the other night, but I was watching an interview with Mitch Hedberg I found on YouTube. It was earlier in his career, and one of those kind of lost lost footage, lost Mitch Hedberg interview on tape. And he was just on some talk show talking to the host and just, you know, talking about comedy and stuff. But there was this one part, the host asked him, Mitch, what is your definition of success? And without hesitation, without an inch of hesitation, Mitch just goes, to wake up whenever you want. And I was just like, man, like, that's like really, that's like profound. GC7 feels 4B2. Yeah, I saw that hammer. I don't want a commentator curse. Yeah, oh, looks like B2. Yeah, B2's getting super aggressive now, though. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, B2. Yeah, they're gonna get it. Yeah, they're gonna get it with that strat, though. They just have to be a little faster. I think they know that. They just have to hit that first Koopa a little bit higher and just sneak right in there. X-Gamer, though, look out! X-Gamer with the pause strat, sneaking past everybody here. X-Gamer for the win! Clutching it out, man. Yo, sneaking up. Oh, man, they were down there. This has been the race of people coming kind of sneaking up from behind. X-Gamer, very well done. X-Gamer with the 131.42 and their second place on only 19 completed ROM hack races. I'm telling you, man, X-Gamer is sneaky powerful. They are really a sneaky powerful player. Watch out for them, man. They're a threat. They've put the pressure on Ike and Louie and players with a lot of ROM hack race experience, and they are just like not slowing down. Watch out for X-Gamer, man. Team Pause Strats is some ninjas. Oh no, Germdove off ceiling. Ah. We got Mangort coming in the upper right hand corner. Mangort, Double Doom, B2, and Germdove. And we're just hanging out and watching the Koopa rain. All we need is the Sumo Brother to have some lightning here for us. We'd have a full storm. Oh, and a Lakitu cloud. Come on, that was pretty funny. You know, like that storm joke? I gotta work on my material, man. You know what? That's fair. That's fair. I earned that. No, you're fine. You're right. I wonder if it's going to be weird for everybody to go back to normal speed Mario after this. Oh, B2! Ah! Germ Dove on a pretty good route. Oh, Germ Dove, they tried. They knew they wanted to avoid that rock. I love these slow motion rock hits. Like just Mario and the rocks just very gracefully, slowly falling through the air. This is very zen-like. I don't know, it's got a zen to it. Meditate on the eternal falling Koopa. Yo, what? Bunker Games. Oh geez, sneaking, man, everybody is sneaking up tonight. Not slow motion for these racers. Bunker Games snuck in to take the 3rd place off stream. Bunker Games wrapping up their 50th ROM hack race and their 6th 3rd place. Nicely done. Wow. Bunker Games. B2 taking a little rest. You like to see this. This is good. I applaud this. I applaud these rest strats. Let's hang out and cheer all our friends on. Y'all do so well with that. ROM Hack Races is here for everybody, man. Players versus the level. We're all here learning, growing, trying a new challenge, expanding our skills and our horizons in SMW, and proud to see it. So give yourselves a round of hype emotes for just being a wonderful, wonderful community. Played by some of the best, watched by some of the best. That's you. Yo, Spree, that's nice to hear. You did a really great job making a cool level for everybody. And, really, really enjoy it. Nah, I think Spree did a great job. They worked really hard and made something really, really fun. They're trying something new. They're trying to expand the possibilities of what can be done in SMW. Trying to show how a change in perspective, change in movement and speed might allow for some new creative possibilities in gameplay and in design. I think they did a really good job. I think the opposite is true. Ender of Games joins us in the lower left-hand corner. Germdove right next to them. Mangort Double Doom up top. You know, all I can say is that my life is pretty plain. I like watching the Koopas as they rain. Have we ever done slow motion cape? If you want to get this level, head on over to romhackraces.com. There you can also sign up for races if you're interested in trying it out with us. You can jump on our Discord server if you want to hang out with our community off stream. You know, maybe just talk shop about Kaizo, get some tips. It's a great place to learn and grow with others. If you want to, you know, maybe improve your gameplay a little bit, you have a question about ROM hacking or hacks to play or techniques, what you could do, work on your skills. There are so many cool and talented people on the ROM Hack Races Discord. I saw that from Double Doom. Yikes. But so many cool and talented folks. Please, if you'd like to join our community and have a cool place to be. Because everybody needs a cool place to be. Oh, yo, Double Doom. I think Double Doom has got a kind of a blitz strategy now. They're committed to that. They think that I can see that's going to work for them. Yeah, Double Doom. Yeah, not fooling around anymore. Yeah, check it out. Double Doom's cycling these attempts because they found one movement pattern that's going to get them up there quickly. Remember, the goal here isn't to kill everything. Sometimes you can like lose sight of the goal a little bit. The goal is not to kill the Koopas. The goal is just to get in the door. These fast strats. Yeah, well, nobody plays high score Mario. Except for Jay the Wook and me. We're two of a kind. Hey, you're speaking to the Deathless Mario 3 high score world record holder over here. Oh, B2, no! I saw that. I freaking saw it. Yeah, oh, and Double Doom trying, man, trying. You know, someday maybe we should have a high score level. It's just like you play this level and the goal is to get the highest score at the end of an hour or something. It would be tough to restream it. Yeah, true. You know, I love South Point Hotel because there is some really interesting stuff you can do with score when score is the metric that you are trying to optimize for. You get some really cool tech. You know, speedrun optimizes for speed, obviously. When you change the metric, man, you get this really cool tech that happens. You can do some neat stuff. South Point Hotel is a great example of that. And, you know, seeing our friend Gossip Greg in chat, that reminds me, next weekend, tune in for Fan Game Marathon. In addition to the ROM Hack Race, twitch.tv/fangame-marathon, there's going to be, it's a whole marathon of fan games. You might remember Wolsk from I Want to Be the Guy, ran some I Want to Be the Guy at GDQ recently, and they organized, along with some others, a marathon of all fan games, and Double Doom. Nicely done. I told you, man. They knew that would work. They just had to get it. Just got to work one time. But yeah, there's gonna be Gossip Greg and Om Nom 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 are gonna be doing a race of my favorite things. We're gonna get some I Want to Be the Guy fan games. We're gonna get some Celeste. We're gonna get some Monkey Ball. We're gonna get some Doom, some Mario 64 from runners like Bigfoot Touched Me. Just really, really cool stuff. Revelug, I know, is gonna be running Under Control. And I think Baron of Shell. So tune in, check out some Fan Game Marathon over on Twitch next weekend. It's gonna be a good time. Also next week, Shoved is running Masterpiece, 10:40 p.m. Eastern, Sunday, July 27th for Quest for Quite, a mutual aid fundraiser for Trainer Ande. I hope I pronounced that correctly because I'm not sure exactly what that is, but if Shoved is running it and it's a marathon, it's going to be a good time. Guarantee. I guarantee it. Oh my gosh, excuse me. Huh, I was so busy being lazy that I have failed to notice B2 is on the final room. B2, for whom we cheer. B2, the crowd is here. B2, the end's in sight. B2 won't give up the fight. B2, rockin' all night. Room number 1, the final room for Double Doom B2. And that's awesome. You love to see it. Let's get some more clears. And let's send this one home. One thing to note about this room is that the purple blocks up top are transparent for sprites. So it would be possible to throw the grab block up from below the clear block that needs broken in front of the door. You could just get below that and throw it upward and it would work, instead of having to actually carry it up with you. Yeah, the little purple tile blocks are sprite transparent. Oh, yo, I see B2's strat. They might pull off. They might succeed where, or sorry, Double Doom. Double Doom was trying something. The double chuck bounce. Ike didn't manage to pull that one off, but maybe, oh my gosh, yo, they got it. Wow, nice. Double Doom. I think they're just going for this. Yeah, it looks like they're just committed to this strat for a minute. Double Doom just going for this double chuck bounce. Ike didn't manage to pull that strat off, but Double Doom got up there with it. Very cool. Well, no, see, I don't think so. They're going to have an issue when they get to the door, not if they don't touch the grab block, because the grab block is just going to fall right into their hands when they're up there. In fact, the only thing they really have to worry about is the Hammer Brother, and maybe just avoiding the enemies that are, yeah, and the other stuff. Yeah, I'm curious to see if this will work. But certainly we're seeing, again, this kind of blitz strategy. Just go for something fast. Fast with few steps. And Germdove in the door. Yo, this big progress, man. Right here at the end. Double Doom, B2, Germdove, all neck and neck with each other. Goes to show very even matches with these racers, you know. Let this be a lesson that, like, if you are struggling on something, if you're having a rough time, you are not alone. You are not alone on that. You're not the only player that made the silly mistake. You're not the only player that didn't quite get it right away. You're not the only player that had to try something and figure out that it didn't work and then try something again. You are not alone in Kaizo. Ooh, yeah, B2 also trying that double bounce strat, but they are clearing out some of the enemies beforehand. Oof. Double Doom, another 2. Yeah, Double Doom now smartly killing the Hammer Brother before trying to get up there on the double chuck bounce. I think they can make this work, especially if they carefully mark the position of where things are falling. I think they can make this work. I think we'll see it. I don't see why not. Yeah, whoa, oh, commentator curse? No, commentator blessing. Double doom in there for the win. Yo, very well done. Well played, coming in 4th. Only 11 completed races. No first places yet. 1 second, 1 third for Double Doom. Very nicely done. Great determination and really good fast strats to wrap it up at the end. Ender of Games coming back in the upper left. Mangort, B2, Germdove down below in clockwise order. And these are the final 4. Hope you are enjoying your night here with us. Drop a follow for the racers, drop a follow for us here on RomHack Races. Every Saturday night we have a new level, so come back and check it out next week. We're going to be back with another one. Germdove looking pretty smart, using that grab block to clear out all of the enemies, which is really smart, actually. Then they just need to, clear the enemies out, clear the block, and bounce that up. Fire level next week. Oh no. I mean, oh yes, but also oh no. Reverie, or something similar. Fire is an absolutely amazing maker. You're not going to want to miss that one. So that's RomHack Races every Saturday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, the pre-show, 8 p.m. Eastern, the start of the race. It's always a ton of fun. GG, Double Doom. Real cool. Again, yo, don't forget to check out, if you want, check out Slow Motion Mario on SMW Central. It might have flown under the radar a little bit. It's a strange hack, but it's a good strange. And it really shows us some interesting possibilities. Oh, yo, Germdove's gonna get it, man. They're like right there. Oh, B2 also. That Chuck's still stuck in midair. They'd have another jump. Oh, maybe B2. B2! B2, DE81. Let's go! Very well done. No deaths on the final goal room. And a win. Nicely done. Great determination from B2. They really just persevered, man. And that's what you like to see. You know? A lot of different action, different stuff going on tonight, but the perseverance from B2 was really, really shining through. Very, very well played tonight. And now we got Ender, we got Mangort, we got Germdove. Working on the toughest rooms, really. Germdove's got the strats, though, man. They have absolutely got the moves here to make this happen. They just gotta put it all together, even one time. It only takes one. Yeah, oh, okay, Germ Dove. Playing it real safe here. Oh, at least slip off the edge. Okay, Germ Dove not going for the double bounce. Yeah, but instead just a nice clean... Oh, look out. Whoa! Oh, I thought they were going to get that with a triple. But we're going to see it pretty quick from Germ Dove. Yeah, yo, just, great level, Spree. Great level. Really coming out swinging, hitting the ground running as a new ROM hack race creator. Really showing us some great stuff. I really like the levels from new makers. I mean, we know we're going to get a banger level from Fire, for example. And not that that diminishes it, just that, some makers are established, we know who they are, we know what they're going to be. But I like these new maker wildcard kind of things where someone just comes out and you don't know what they're going to do and just kind of surprises all of us. It's really fun. I think you did a splendid job here. I like Germ Dove just clearing out every single enemy. Get them all out of my face. And this, this slow motion, we're looking at Germ Dove's screen. This slow motion really helps, helps you kind of realize, oh, I'm not going to make that jump. I need to back off. Or, yes, I'm going to get the jump. I'm going to commit to the movement. Alright, well, we usually schedule about 2 hours a week for these broadcasts. We are coming up on the 2-hour mark. We're going to take maybe 5 minutes overtime and see what we got from Germ Dove or Mangort making their way to the final area as well. So Germ Dove, Mangort, both very, very close right now. We're gonna do that 5-minute OT and give them a chance. Oh, hey, and we're going to say hey to Snadge coming in here in the lower right-hand corner. Yo, Snadge looking pretty good on this room 18. Oh, the up toss though, tragic. Yo, B2, man, that determination though. You did it, and that's what counts. Yeah, let's get some GGs in the chat. GGBD, GGB2, 2Gs. Oh, yo, almost from Germdove. Oh, and there it is, Mangort. Whoa! Whoa, man. With the jump holding the block off the chuck. Mangort blasting through for the win. The freaking buzzer beater. Nicely done, man. Mangort. 25 completed ROM hack races. Nicely done. That was cool. Man, the jump holding the block and bouncing on the chuck. The block could have killed the chuck. That was like going to happen, but they avoided it very expertly. Oh, and there it is, Germdove. Oh, is that the win? Germdove, let's go. Man, dude, the buzzer beaters tonight have been phenomenal. Nicely done. Huh, well, that is a wrap. I mean, we still got some racers. Racers are allowed to keep playing. We schedule 2 hours a week for these broadcasts. We got, you know, stuff going on. We're volunteers. So we are going to wrap it up with a raid tonight. And a big thank you to everyone who came out to watch, everyone who came out to race and is still working. And the maker, obviously, Spree, excellent job tonight. Fen on the restream. Mythrillionaire Gossip Greg, Java Brew, Quiet Mason testing. Fen Echo Starlord, BD for scouting. And of course, our friends Amper, Underway making the base ROM, Kelgand making bot stuff for us behind the scenes. We are going to throw a raid over whenever we're good. And I'm just going to say thanks for hanging out. Follow the racers, follow ROM Hack Races. For my friends, community friends, I will see you all on Monday. I hope you have a lovely rest of your weekend. Keep playing, keep hacking, keep your head up. You matter. Your thoughts matter, your heart matters, your feelings matter. You matter to other people in your lives. You matter to me as human beings. You matter to the internet's #1 longboy Furret. And the people that matter to you in your lives would love to hear from you about that. We know Black Lives Matter, LGBTQIA+ lives matter, Indigenous lives matter, disabled, autistic, and plural lives matter. And you, keep your head up. Keep working hard. Oh, banana. We'll see you all again next Saturday for another race from Fire. Till then, stay cool. Really, it's hot out there. Stay cool. Good night.